what are the factors which influence examiner to give an early allowance for AI-related or software-related inventions in the US? If you can touch upon this topic as well while you answer.
You want the magic answer, huh?
Yeah.
If there was one. Well, before I touch that, I was just going to say, yeah, so as opposed to Europe and China, which require, literal support and, you can't really change things, in the U.S., there's a lot more flexibility on things. And I think for someone who's, practiced in the U.S., it's like, it's somewhat disconcerting to say, what do you mean I can't do this? And a really good example that I want to bring up is, to file multiple dependency in the U.S. is exceedingly expensive, so nobody does it pretty much. But if I say have dependent claim 2 that comes that depends from claim 1, I have dependent claim 3 that comes from claim 1, then of course I could combine the content of claim 2 and 3 together. Except in Europe. The answer there is like, well, you didn't say you could combine those two, and I've run into that, and it's like, and to me it sounds absurd, but it's like, okay, well, but that's what the rules are. So from a U.S. standpoint, sometimes the best way to address that is, we really would like to have multiple dependency. So one way to do that is actually to file a provisional application. Even though you've drafted the whole thing, it's a full application, file a provisional application with multiple dependency on all of your claims so that you've got everything done. You file that, and then the next day you file the U.S. utility application, and then you don't have any question about whether there's support for these things or not. So that's one thing that I have done. So, and then your question was to getting early. The most magical thing that I have found is actually to file using track 1. And the advantage of that is, first of all, you get an office action very quickly. I found like 2 to 2.5 months. But also, my experience has been that the examiners who handle the track 1 cases are more inclined toward allowance, and therefore I've had multiple cases where I've got first office action allowance on something, even in a recent one that I thought was going to be tough. I thought it was going to be really, really tough, and I got a first office action allowance. So if you really want something quick and good, pay the even for a large entity, I think the total cost is about $4,100. If you're a small entity, which means less than 500 employees, it's about $1,700, and if you're a micro entity, it's about half that. So it can be a very valuable thing.